Welcome to Mobile Apps, What You Need to Know. This is a 3-week online learning course brought to you by ACRL Online Learning. My name is mmizejewski, and I'll be your instructor. I'm currently the Web Initiatives Librarian at the University of California, San Francisco, where I spend a lot of time thinking about user experience, web content, and mobile devices and apps. Also, I used to live in New England, and sadly, I'm experiencing foliage withdrawal right now. But let's move on to a brief overview of what we'll cover in this course. As you're probably aware, smartphones and tablets are becoming more and more common on many campuses. This in turn has driven an explosion of app development. There are literally hundreds of thousands of apps to choose from. One of the goals of this course is to familiarize yourself with the various types of apps available, with a focus on areas like reading, research, productivity, and even creativity. Another big focus will be for you to practice evaluating and reviewing individual apps, so you can make informed selection decisions and also advise others. The ability to assess apps and distill your findings into a brief review is a really valuable skill that will allow you to offer guidance to your library users. Just as in reference or collection development, you'll never be able to know everything out there, but you can become familiar with general trends and some of the best apps in certain areas. The third big focus of the course will be looking at options and key considerations when planning a mobile presence for your own library. By the late 90s, if you weren't on the web, your institution didn't exist for many people, and the same is becoming true of the mobile web at this point. For each week of the course, I provided several readings that will give you some good background information, but you'll also be participating in forum discussions and completing assignments. A big part of the course will be actually hands-on, with you doing exploration of some apps each week. Only by trying them out can you really increase your comfort level and get a sense of the strengths and weaknesses of an app. There's no substitute for doing rather than just reading about it. But be warned, it is easy to get lost in the exploration stage and to spend hours just trying out different apps. To get the full benefit of the course, you should plan to focus on a limited number of apps each week and actually assess them and complete the assignments. Remember, there'll always be time after the course to explore more of the thousands of apps available. So by the end of this course, you should be conversant about mobile apps in general, and have a good idea of some of the best ones in categories most relevant to libraries and higher ed. You should also be able to assess and write useful reviews of apps, and be able to explain the key considerations and options for a library that wants to have a mobile presence of its own. During the first week, we'll establish some definitions, learn to write good reviews, and delve into apps for reading, reference, and productivity. The focus of the second week will be on things to consider and possible options if you want to develop a mobile site for your library. In the final week, we'll look at the future of apps and mobile sites and the best ways to keep up with new developments going forward. So jump in and start exploring. I'll be available throughout the course for any questions you may have. And have fun. Thanks.